I was sitting in a counselor's office a couple of years ago, and I had just wept through the hour. My time was up and I really didn't feel much better until she said this. Letha, this journey you're on is sacred, and I'm honored to be going on it with you. I walked out of her office that day and I took a big cleansing breath. This was sacred. The pain I was in, the fear I had, the answers that I was looking for, the growth that I was about to experience that I couldn't see yet, sacred. Wow. That changed things for me that day. Sacred. My painful transformation, sacred. I could buy into that. In fact, I could be brave for a word like sacred, and I was. I can say now, looking back, no wonder she said that. She said that because she knew that I was doing the work of the inner man, or in my case, the inner woman. Huge forgiveness, brutal honesty, painful detachment, and deep healing. The work of the inner man. In John Ortberg's book, Soul Keeping, he writes this: it is the human condition that we ignore our internal lives, and as a result, we don't have the outside life that we desire relationally or functionally. We are going to spend time today on the internal life, looking at the inner man. I want to unfold this tagline for you: the healthy way, transforming lives, body, soul, and spirit. What does that mean, and what should that mean? I promised you life after the healthy way, didn't I? I promised you that I would get you ready to fly, that I would expand your wings, that I would help you leave the nest and prepare you for a lifetime of keeping your weight off after you've worked so hard to lose it. I could give you 3 new recipes a week, and I could go into Karen's kitchen daily and record her making healthy recipes, and I could pass on every tip and skinny eating idea from everyone I've ever heard of, and I could create a list of everything you should eat in every restaurant you've ever been in, and that still would not be the answer to losing your weight and keeping it off. What you're eating, what you're drinking, how you're treating your body is a symptom of how your soul is. It's a symptom of how healthy your soul is. You've heard me say it for years. This weight loss thing, this maintenance thing is not about diet. It's not about recipes. It's not about one more idea. It's just not. And as I'm speaking this, I'm realizing this is the last time I'm going to say this. Weight issues are just a condition of the physical body, is what people think. But weight issues are not that. They are a reflection of the condition of your soul, your mind, will, and emotions. We are not just physical beings walking around on this earth. We were created in 3 parts: body, soul, and spirit. Our body, this thing that walks around on the earth that relates with the physical world. Our soul, made up of our mind, will, and emotions. Our personality, you might say, the part that relates to people and relationships. And then our spirit, the very deepest place of who we are, that relates with our Creator. We are whole creatures, and we work this way. Our bodies come under the influence of our souls, our mind, will, and emotions. Our souls come under the influence of our spirits, the deepest place of who we are. Today, I want to talk about your soul. I want to talk about what it means that your body comes under the influence of your soul. Whether you know it's happening or not, your physical body naturally comes under the influence of your soul. What does that look like? Well, here's two scenarios. Let's say your soul is unhealthy. Your mind, will, and emotions. Your mind is thinking negative thoughts about you, about life, about your worthiness. Your mind is being bombarded with fear-based information, depressing news, tragic dis-ease in our collective humanity. Your will isn't surrendered to anything greater than you. In fact, your will is your own, and you say, I do what I want. I'm in quarantine. I don't care. I'm in charge of me. Nobody can tell me what to do. In fact, nobody can tell me what to eat inside my house. That's for sure. No one's going to tell me what I'm going to put in my pie hole. Your emotions, well, they're beat up. You have past pain. You have lots of current pain. Wow. That you haven't dealt with or processed. You have unforgiveness. You have anxiety. Your emotions are raw. You've taken on an even greater lack of boundaries relating to how others think and feel. You're lonely. You feel confused, fearful, and hopeless. Your emotions are fragile and unhealthy. So let's say your physical body is coming under the influence of that soul. Which it is, by the way. Anybody? Weight issues, physical symptoms, addictions of all kinds. What is that person reaching for to soothe their soul, to soothe their thoughts, to fill the voids, to take away the loneliness, to ease the anxiety? What addictions take root when the soul is battered and wounded? So there's one scenario. Not that any one of us are feeling any of those things right now. Now let's say you've been doing the work of your soul, your mind, will, and emotions. Your body's now coming under the influence of a healthy soul. Your mind, although struggling to think rightly, is. You're taking thoughts captive. You're turning them around. Not believing lies. You're listening to the truth. Your mind's doing better. You're choosing habits that feed your mind with goodness and truth and light. You're staying present with your thoughts instead of feeling depressed because you're looking back to yesterday or anxious because you're looking to tomorrow. You're staying right here, right now. Your will, although strong, is being laid down daily. You're laying aside your pride, your ego. You're wearing humility. You're saying things like, not my will, but thy will be done. And your emotions, well, hallelujah, they're healing. You're learning to identify what you're feeling so that you can process the feelings. You're brave enough to look into the past and heal the old wounds, recognizing that the past is never dead. It's not even the past. It just keeps moving forward with us. You're forgiving people daily. You're journaling about the junk, the stressors of every one of our days. You're practicing the way of a person with compassion and grace and understanding because your emotions are healed one day at a time. And if those things are true of your soul, man, you're feeling lighter than normal. Oh, that's because you are. Because your body is under the influence of that soul, the one that's making decisions for the right reason. You make decisions for your physical body based on truth. You're soothed with things that truly soothe you. Trusting yourself, and peace is a way of life, and you practice it daily. Completely different scenarios. Are you with me now? If you think that you're going to white knuckle your way through this program, trying to eat the right things, stay away from the wrong things, and you have not dealt with, healed your soul, your mind, will, and emotions, you will have a tough go. And I'm just going to say it, because I'm retiring, you'll have no go at all. You might drop some pounds off your body. You might quit drinking for a little while. You might stop shopping for a bit. But as sure as I'm videoing this now, you will reach for your drug of choice that will soothe your soul, your mind, will, and emotions. Because your body always comes under the influence of your soul. And do you want to know something else about your body? It always keeps score. How does a body keep score? Well, many of you immediately went to weight. And you thought, yeah, seeing weight, extra weight on the outside of a person is a pretty easy way to see how the body is under the influence of a troubled soul. But what about anxiety? What about fear? What about depression? What about addictions that we can't see? Our bodies always tell us the truth about how our soul is doing, our mind, will, and emotions. How is your soul doing? I want to challenge you this week to think about your soul, your mind, your will, and your emotions. The work required to have a healthy soul, the work of the inner man, is to renew your mind, submit your will, and heal your emotions. And every single bit of that is your responsibility. When your body is coming under the influence of a renewed mind, a submitted will, and healed emotions, you will experience the physical healing that you're looking for. The healthy way, transforming lives, body, soul, and spirit. If you are doing this transformation thing right, I just want to say, it truly is a sacred journey, and I am honored to be on it with you.